What's up, guys? I'm out here currently waiting on the welder to cool down. It does its little duty cycle thing, so get to weld for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then gotta sit and wait for a while for it to cool down. So it's what I'm waiting on. Right now I've got everything positioned. I'm welding it back onto the car. I welded a piece of square tube down to the bottom there, and I used that to hold it level to the car, and then I used angle finder to get this nice and flat to the car, and just a lot of leveling. Got the first few beads, nothing's cleaned up yet, but got the first few beads on there before the welder shut down. There's gussets that go, oh, this is probably still hot, but there's gussets that go here and here, help support everything. Not really looking forward to welding upside down, but that's what's gonna have to happen. So that's doesn't really look like much in the camera, but that's gonna drop the car about 3.5 inches in the rear. So that should be cool. That's the right way to lower the rear end and still have lots of suspension travel. The A-arms got finished. They're on there. I put the brake line bracket, I welded it on there. I don't know if that's where I want it, but that's where it is right now. Figuring out the brakes is gonna be fun. I had to cut out a portion of my tubs, because initially I wasn't expecting on doing it this way when I tubbed it, but the first way I tried didn't work out. Parts didn't come in, and yeah, fun times. But this is the right way to do it. If I can get you a better shot. That's what's going on there. These are all parts from Ron Loomis Racing. Cool stuff. Gonna get the trans back in there so I can get some measurements from flange to flange and get some shorter axles ordered. But this is pretty much how it's gonna look. I'm missing a spring plate. One of them got messed up during this process, so trying to track down the spring plate. Just the passenger side one, that's all I need. If anyone's got one out there, hit me up. Okay. Can't really seem to find one in this area. There's a guy that says that he's got a bunch of them, but I keep trying to get in contact with him and he's not answering stuff. So if I get one from him, great. If I don't, then, well, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to remake tubs. I'm just gonna run it. That glare is horrible. Just gonna run it from the front down to that body piece that bolts onto the pan, and it should look nice. It's all gonna get carpeted, because even though that it is kind of a race car, it's still gonna be my weekend cruiser and all that. So I want it to be nice, especially if I happen to get stationed somewhere where it's cold, you know. I'm in the Army, so there's no telling where I'm gonna go next, and I should be moving, I don't know, 6 or 7 months. Fun times. Oh, in other news, I got promoted from specialist to sergeant, so a lot more responsibility, looking after soldiers and all that fun stuff. I do eventually want to switch from these empty coilover shocks to some of those strange shocks that I think CB sells them and Ron Loomis Racing sells them. I don't know. I want to tighten up the rear end. I mean, running the early model torsion bars is gonna definitely tighten everything up a little bit since they're shorter and the same width. That's gonna make for a stiffer rear ride, help with squat. I figured out which engine I'm gonna buy. It's a EJ20 twin turbo. It's around $1,000 and it makes what did it say? 280 horsepower stock. So throw some goodies at it and I should be at the 300 mark that I'm trying to get to. Like my initial, I want to make 300 horsepower and this car should fly. Hopefully my welder is done cooling down and I can get back to work. Have fun, guys. Catch y'all next week.